Welcome back to Lynn's Spotlight Daily, your daily scoop of entertainment buzz. Is Jennifer Lawrence the last movie star? Sean Penn thinks so, and has some thoughts on Timothée Chalamet too. The last star standing? Let's imagine a world where Hollywood royalty has gone into hiding, red carpets have faded into memory, and the term movie star sounds more like a relic from a time when we still use DVDs. Dramatic? Sure. But it's kind of the vibe veteran actor Sean Penn is channeling these days. In a recent chat on the Louis Theroux podcast, Sean Penn, Oscar-winning actor, occasional tabloid headline, and noted straight shooter, dropped a statement that has film fans, critics, and probably Jennifer Lawrence herself raising an eyebrow. According to him, she's the last true movie star. Cue the cinematic record scratch. Yes, that Jennifer Lawrence, the one who tripped on her way to the Oscars, gave the finger to reporters backstage, and somehow made a bow and arrow cool again in the Hunger Games. According to Penn, she's not just a star. She's the star, the final boss in a game that very few can even play anymore. Sean's criteria for stardom, and his curiously empty watch list. So what makes someone a true movie star in Sean Penn's eyes? Well, first, you have to be undeniable. As in, the kind of actor who walks into a room, or onto a screen, and commands attention without needing a Marvel costume or a TikTok dance challenge. Jennifer Lawrence, he argues, did just that, rising from indie darling, Winter's Bone, to global phenomenon, The Hunger Games, in what felt like a blink of an eye. She didn't just show up. She arrived. Penn marvels at her career trajectory, noting that when he watched Winter's Bone, he immediately knew she had it, that elusive quality that casting directors, agents, and audiences spend years chasing. And it wasn't just hype. Lawrence backed up the buzz with serious chops, winning an Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook and proving she could lead both awards-bait dramas and box office smashes. But when the conversation shifts to the younger crop of Hollywood talent, that's where things get awkward. Especially when Louis Theroux brings up Timothée Chalamet, you know, the guy with cheekbones carved by the gods and a resume that already includes Call Me By Your Name, Dune, Little Women, and an upcoming Bob Dylan biopic. Kind of a big deal, right? Not to Sean. In a moment that felt less like a hot take and more like a confession, Penn admitted, "I haven't seen a single movie with him in it." Gasp. Now, sure, we could say Sean's just busy, or that he's into reruns of Columbo. But there's something more telling here, a generational gap in how we define fame, relevance, and what it even means to be a movie star in 2025. What we've lost, and what we're replacing it with. Penn's point, under the gruff delivery and faint eye roll at modern celebrity culture, isn't entirely off base. In a world saturated with streaming platforms, social media influencers, and AI-generated deepfake trailers of non-existent Marvel crossovers, yes, they exist. The idea of a movie star who feels universal is fading fast. Gone are the days when movie stars were untouchable gods and goddesses, the kind of people who didn't have Twitter accounts and certainly never posted photos of their lunch. Today, celebrities are expected to be relatable, transparent, and available. The mystique is gone. Jennifer Lawrence, funnily enough, straddles both worlds. She's a red carpet regular who still seems like she might eat Taco Bell in sweatpants. She can sell out a movie theater and make fun of herself in interviews. And that balance is what Penn seems to mourn, a mix of authenticity and charisma that feels increasingly rare. On the other hand, Timothée Chalamet, the poor guy just trying to mind his business and play Bob Dylan in peace, is a perfect example of the new movie star. He's charming, undeniably talented, a fashion icon, and adored by Gen Z, but in Penn's eyes, he's not quite there yet, or maybe he just hasn't had the chance to win over a skeptical boomer with a strong preference for grizzled drama. Seriously, someone mail Sean a copy of Dune. He'll love the worms. So what now? Redefining stardom in the 21st century. So where does that leave us, the movie-going public caught between nostalgia and the next Netflix drop? First, it's probably time we accept that movie star means something different now. The idea that one actor can dominate pop culture the way Tom Cruise, Julia Roberts, or Will Smith once did may not be realistic in a world where even Citizen Kane has to compete with cat videos on YouTube. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. The decentralization of fame means we get a broader range of voices, faces, and styles of acting. We're seeing international stars cross over into global markets. Hello, Song Kang-ho, indie actors headlining blockbusters, and social media creators landing film roles. It's chaotic, sure, but it's also kind of thrilling. And as for Chalamet? Look, the guy is doing just fine. He's playing Bob Dylan, of all people, singing Live, no less, and helming massive franchises like Dune. If Sean Penn hasn't seen his movies yet, well, that just gives Timmy a challenge. Win over the grumpy legend, and you might just earn that true movie star crown. Meanwhile, Jennifer Lawrence continues to remind us why she earned Penn's praise in the first place. After a brief hiatus, she's returning to serious film work, including her role in Lynn Ramsay's Die, My Love, which is set to premiere at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival. The woman is booked, busy, and still delivering. Maybe we don't need the last anything. Let's be honest, the idea of a last movie star sounds a little too apocalyptic. Hollywood isn't dying, it's just evolving. And while Sean Penn's nostalgia is understandable and kind of endearing, the future isn't as bleak as he makes it sound. We may not have one Jennifer Lawrence every generation, but we might just get 10 Timothée Chalamets, all different, all talented, and all reshaping what it means to shine on screen. So instead of clinging to the past, maybe it's time we open up and, dare we say, hit play on a few of those Chalamet movies. Side note, Sean, if you're reading this, start with Call Me By Your Name. Then maybe Little Women. Then, you know what? Let's binge watch together. I'll bring popcorn. Who's your current favorite Hollywood star? Drop it in the comments. We love hearing from you. This is Lynn's Spotlight Daily, and we'll see you in the next Spotlight.